I spiraled downward and, hit the rock bottom. And, I was living check to Monday. And that's worse than check to check. Check to check means you have enough money from one payday to the next.
Yeah, yep.
Check Monday is a whole nother game. You get paid on Friday, kick it on the weekend. You broke on Monday.
Come on now.
Pay on your past bills.
You talking. I was living check to Thursday, so I'm with you.
Don't get me started on check to yesterday, okay? Before you got paid, you was broke. And after you got paid, you was broke.
Yo, what's going on, fam? It's your boy, Anthony O'Neill, and welcome back to the table, where you guys know this is where we keep it real, relatable, and
relevant.
Let's do that one more time, Connor, and
relevant.
Yes, sir. And today I'm so pumped because today's guest is an author, entertainment executive, celebrity. Let me say that again. Celebrity financial coach. She's been named by Urban Influence magazine as one of the 20 hottest influencers in America. Featured regularly on the Steve Harvey Show, Hallmark Channel, Home and Family Show, and the BET Network. Welcome to the table, you guys. My dear friend, Dr. Lynn Richardson. Thank you so much for jumping on the show. How are you?
You know what? I feel like Noah must have felt. And he was telling everybody it's going to rain, it's going to rain. Folks were like, yeah, whatever. Then all of a sudden the world was filled with water and everybody's trying to figure out what to do.
Yeah.
Like you, I've been on this mission trying to help people be financially free. And I've been saying, you've got to pay off your debt. You've got to have a home-based business. You've got to build multiple streams of income. I was saying it so much, Anthony, that at about 4 months ago, I started to say, you sound a little crazy, but I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop. It was like, okay, maybe I'll just sound a little crazy. And then all of a sudden, the pandemic, we got hit with a huge crisis that literally has changed the world forever.
Yeah.
And so what I feel now, more so than anything, I was actually in tears this morning.
Wow.
Russell Simmons FaceTimed me yesterday and said how proud.
Wait, hold on. I just want y'all to know this. She said Russell Simmons. Like, she just threw that in there. This is the caliber of woman that is on my show. Russell Simmons. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, he FaceTimed me and he just said how proud he was.
Wow. And
it literally brought me to tears. And just started to talk to me about a whole bunch of other things. I left corporate America. I had a belief that I could join Russell Simmons and Jay-Z and Beyonce and Alicia Keys and, all these hip hop and pop icons in their mission to help people get their money right. And
Yeah.
I literally just quit my job.
Wow.
And I went straight to his office. I didn't know him. He didn't know me. I didn't know anybody who knew him. I got home that night from a business trip. I looked on the internet for about 3 or 4 hours. Finally, I found something. I emailed, I called, I gave them to the next day to call me back. Of course, they didn't.
Yeah.
They did not.
That's normal.
So I became slightly stalkerish, but not crazy. So I got a meeting. And when I got that meeting, Anthony, I left his office running a national program. I was just going for an opportunity to join their mission and to be able to share financial tips and financial freedom and debt freedom from a financial perspective, because, I've been in the financial services industry for a long time.
Yeah.
And I left there running a national program. So I am so blessed right now to be in a position to help people remove the scales from their eyes.
Come on. Well, you're definitely serving. You and I have had several conversations, and you've helped me grow in my space, and I'm just extremely grateful. One of the things I like about you is you're definitely well known amongst the celebrities. You have a lot of people that look up to you. But what I love is, while you have all these big names admiring you, you came up with this whole hashtag, this whole movement that blessed my heart to hear you say, educate our men. And, and I was like, wow, that touched me because, as and there's no secret, I'm a black man. And as an African-American man, there are certain things that I just feel as a man that I really wish I had education on in my 20s, in my teenager years, that as a man, I really wish at 36 years old today, I knew. I want to talk about that today because oftentimes We talk to our ladies. We talk to, married couples. We talk to teenagers. Why did you come up with that hashtag? Why did you come up with this movement on hashtag educate our men?
Well, interestingly enough, we went with the intention of doing what you just said, and that was starting another initiative for women. And in 20 minutes in the conversation, it was very clear to us that men were the ones who needed support, nurturing, guidance, help. And we immediately shifted gears. So we had planned out this whole initiative to help women and so on and so forth. And the truth is, what you said really just stood back out and hit me in the heart again, because who is speaking to our men?
Let's dive deeper, Dr. Lynn. Let's give men practical things they should be doing with their money and with their just in their life generally to set them up to be strong men. Because we know this. I'm single and I desire to be married. And the number one cause for divorce is finances. And so if I can come to the table with finances not being a problem, that means my relationship starts off stronger than the average marriage. So what would you say? I know what I would say for number one, but what would you say would be the number one thing men have to be doing now when it comes to their finances or in life around finances to be successful in the future?
So I might come from a slightly different angle, but I know what you're thinking. I know where you're going, but you told me to dive deep. So that's where I'm going. The very first thing that I would say for any man is to take off the layers of insecurity that you may have had growing up, because life puts so many expectations, and the man is supposed to be the one to chase the girl, and the girl doesn't like him, and then his feelings are hurt, but you're never supposed to show any emotion, and this, that, and the other. And so because you're not supposed to show any emotion, then you get a little harder, and then maybe you get a little harder than you want to be, and then you hurt somebody else. And so the first thing I would say is to let go of the hurt, let go of the pain. Know that you are valuable and know that you are valid. And the biggest thing is this. Everything that we got as a kid really isn't even anything that we can measure adulthood by. But unfortunately, we take our childhood experiences and they go into adulthood. Let me just give you an example.
Yeah.
When I was 18, I graduated from high school and went to one of the, nation's top universities. The only thing I had been ever measured by was my intellect. My intellect. So I thought going into adulthood that my intellect would make me successful. Well, I was broke as a joke. Had 50,000 credit cards. Credit was all jacked up. So how smart are you really, Lynn Richardson? Like, it wouldn't. Okay. So I spiraled downward and, hit the rock bottom, and, I was living check to Monday, and that's worse than check to check. Check to check means you have enough money from one payday to the next.
Yeah.
Check to Monday is a whole nother game. You get paid on Friday, kick it on the weekend, you broke on Monday.
Come on now.
Pay on your past bills.
You talking. I was living check to Thursday, so I'm with you.
Don't get me started on check to yesterday, okay? Before you got paid, you was broke, and after you got paid, you was broke. Okay? Your account was in the negative before and after you got paid.
Before and after.
Yeah. So when you enter independence, okay, you're a man. And so now you're expected, the females are coming at you or not, or they expect you to drive a certain car. They expect you to have a certain amount of money. So then there's more defense.
Come on.
All of that. It starts to build up defense. And let me tell you what happens right there. The moment you become defensive, you get distracted. Your dream, you can't make your dream come true distracted. You can't make your dream come to fruition distracted. You can't get your money distracted. You can't build your world-class enterprise distracted.
See, you talking, because that's what happened to me. I was distracted.
Yes.
I wanted to impress the lady. I had to have the car per the world. You know, back in the days, you know this because you know you're wiser than me. Not only did you have to have a car, but you was balling when you had spinner wheels on your car.
Come on now, don't get me started. The $5,000 rims. Come on now.
That's what I'm saying. So it was like my rims was worth more than my car.
Oh.
I was distracted from my dreams because I couldn't, like I really couldn't focus on where I was going because I was focused on trying to impress people. I was distracted. You talking? So I see what you mean now, that we have to be focused on our dreams. We can't be distracted.
Yeah, so that's a distraction. All of that, none of that is going to lead you anywhere. And unfortunately, I see many of our men living out their 20s that way, their 30s that way, their 40s that way, and finally in their 50s, it's like, okay, wait a minute, where's my life? So the first thing is to get rid of the distraction. And so let me tell you how this played out in my marriage. I've been married for 25 years. So my husband had a tracker. He had a red tracker. And then after we got together, he bought a Blazer. And the first thing he wanted to go get on the Blazer was the rims that you talked about. But this is what I said to him. I don't want you to get rims because I don't want you to be a target. Yeah, I don't want you to get rims. See, so my other girlfriends, the guy had to have a certain car, a certain this, no, now you're a target.
Yeah.
So A, I want you to get rid of the distraction. And then B, I want you to get rid of anything that's going to make you a target. Okay? So now that you're not distracted and you're not a target, you have nowhere to go but up. You have nowhere to go but to the top. You have nowhere to go. And so at this point, it's not about the degree that you have. It's not about the level of intellect. It's about your grind. It is about your grind. So what I would say to a young man just starting out who's feeling good about himself, and then once you get rid of the distraction of trying to impress women, and no disrespect, but then trying to impress other guys. Because the other guys your age, they've got the car, they've got all the girls, they've got all the. Let me tell you something. A guy who is floating around the world every day with a nice car and 6 or 7 ladies that he's sleeping with is not happy.
No.
You ain't happy.
He ain't happy.
You ain't happy.
He ain't happy.
You're not happy.
Nah.
You're not happy.
Yep.
You're distracted.
Yep.
You're distracted.
Yep.
So I understand the power of focus. The sun can light up the entire world. It can light up all of us without burning anybody up. And so it's got a lot of power, but it's spread out. Yeah. But when you take the power of the sun and put it into a beam, it'll cut through a building. So as a man, you want to take your power and you want to put it into a beam so it can cut through your dreams. So it can cut through debt, cut through depression, cut through destruction, cut through distraction. Because let me tell you what you are. You're a conqueror. You're born a conqueror. You're a conqueror. You're a conqueror. You're a protector. What are your gifts? Do you draw well? Do you sing well? Do you build things? Do you fix cars? I don't care what it is, but find your gift. Yeah. And grind that gift. If I was a man, young man, and I'm trying to figure out, first of all, I would have no debt. Okay.
Come on.
I would work 8 jobs.
Oh, you working 8 jobs?
I'd have 8 jobs. I'd leave one job, go to the next. Let me tell you, you could sleep when you dead. I would have 8 jobs and I would stack my cash. Okay. Now, take your vitamins, drink your water, and have a low carb diet. Okay. Sugar will distract you too.
Avoid the debt and just grind as much as you can and stack your cash.
Stack your cash. Stack your cash because cash is king. And see, this, I want people to understand, this is not about money.
Yeah.
This is more about power that comes from within.
Yeah. Come on.
And when you disconnect from money, so you're not worried about money, you're not chasing money, you're not, confused by money, money doesn't keep you up at night, then money no longer has power over you. You have power over it.
Come on.
You have power over money. I've been on both sides.
See, so when you're in debt, when you are chasing money, when you have distractions, now that stuff has power over you. But then when you don't have distractions, when you're not target, when you have multiple jobs, multiple streams of income, and you're not worrying about the actual physical money, now you have power over it. And I'm gonna let you keep going because you're preaching and teaching right now. But I just had to echo that because coming from that side of being in debt, chasing ladies, to be honest with you, chasing the wrong friendships. Now to this side, to where my money's working for me. I'm working hard, but my money is working for me when I'm sleeping. Like, I talk to my money. I tell my money every time I put it into my Roth IRA. I say, listen here, I'm a born-again Christian believer, but I want y'all to have a lot of kids. Come back with triplets, come back with cousins, because I'm telling my money what to do because of the power that I have. And it's not in the past of, man, I get paid on Friday, but that money's already gone. I'm already broke. And so you speaking, keep going, but I just had to say what you're saying is real. I mean, it is real. It's real. It's real. All right, so we get out of debt. We get this cash. I'm very big on what do we do for our families? How do we start preparing for families, for a legacy, for generational wealth? What do we do?
So the first thing that I want you to think about as you prepare for family is to deal with the family that you already have, okay? The best thing you could do for broke family members and friends is not be one of them. And I say that with all due respect. So once you get past, okay, now I'm grinding, I'm having a good time. You have a relationship with a young lady, that's fine, this, that, and the other. Maybe the energy is good, maybe it's not, but it doesn't take you completely off your game. You know where you're going. When you said you tell your money what to do, I almost started fighting you here from this Zoom. I wanted to throw all of these books at you. As a matter of fact, your book is right here. I was going to throw it right at the screen. When you are telling your money what to do because you have control over it, and I want to talk about power for just a moment.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to go here because I quote a lot of things, but in this instance, I'm going to quote a scripture. Okay. Ephesians 3:20 says, God will bless you exceedingly and abundantly, more than you can ask or imagine, according to his power at work in you.
His power.
Now, according to is the key word. You get to choose how the power works. You get to choose if the power is going to work. It says according to. It could have stopped. God will bless you exceedingly abundantly, more than you can ever ask or imagine. The end. No, it said according to.
Yes.
So we're not robots.
Right.
Everything is not destiny. People think, if it's meant to be, it's going to happen. No, that's not true. You actually get to make some choices.
Yes.
There may be a plan for your life and a vision and a purpose. Yes. But if you make the choice and go this way, guess what? That's the way that you're going.
Come on.
Now you can get rerouted back. So according to the power, you get to decide how your money starts to work. And you get to decide who's in control, you or the dollar. And once you know and you are operating where you're in control, money will work harder for you than you can ever work for it.
Yeah.
So now think about all that grind that I just talked about.
Right.
Working 8 jobs, no sleep. You can sleep when you're dead. Sleep later. No, ain't nobody. And you shouldn't. And I'm with my friend Steve Harvey on this. You shouldn't sleep 8 hours when you're grinding. That's 8 hours come when your grind is already working and your money's working for you. You think I'm about to sleep 8 hours? Nope, not doing that.
Gotcha.
So now your money will work harder for you than you can ever work for it. And money says, I want to multiply for you. Money says, if you respect me, I will do whatever you say.
Yeah.
I'll do whatever you say.
Yep.
And so now you're in a position, maybe you're planning for retirement. Maybe you've got a fund ready for investing. That could be in real estate. That could be in the stock market. That could be in franchising. That could be in some idea that you have. That could be as a venture capitalist, whatever it is. Now you've got options.
Yeah.
So as you begin to create and invite the energy of having a family and settling down with the young woman and having kids, you now have a foundation.
Come on.
You've got a foundation.
Come on.
You don't have to worry about that thing that's going to keep a man up at night. So men and women, we're all human, but there are different things that drive us.
Yeah.
Women, we want to nurture. We want to take care of Pookie, Ray, John. Men want to protect and provide.
That's it.
Men want to protect and provide. It's in your nature.
You speaking.
It's in your nature. If you haven't been doing it and somebody's made you feel bad or they've talked down to you or called you a deadbeat dad or something like that, don't take that. Because I know in your heart, you want to provide.
Yeah.
You just don't have a strategy.
Ooh.
You don't have a strategy. You just didn't have a strategy.
Dr. Lynn.
You didn't have a strategy. So that's why you have to team up with somebody like Anthony. That's why you have to team up with Dave Ramsey. That's why you have to become debt free. That's why you have to because plans fail for lack of counsel, but with many advisors, they succeed. You need a strategy, brother. You just need a strategy.
Dr. Lynn. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, you're preaching, you're teaching, and I only have a 30-minute show. And I'm like, my producer's like, hey, we're over time. I'm like, yo, like, this is why I wanted you on my show. Because if anyone's watching this right now, which we know they are, they see your heart, they see your passion, they see your drive behind it. You guys, this is my friend, my mentor. I value everything that she speaks into my life. And I want you all to check out her information below. We're going to put her website below. We're going to put some of her material below. I'm going to put her Instagram below. She got more followers than me in checkmark, and you'll see all the celebrities that look up to her and value her. And I'm telling you right now, I want you to go and check her out. Before we transition into our Zoom in for the day, if you're a young man and you're watching this and you're saying, hey, yo, this inspired me, I want you to check out Ramsey Plus. Hear me clearly. Ramsey Plus is a tool that helped change my life financially. I'm no millionaire. I'm not balling, but I'm blessed. I'm not in debt. I'm not stressed. And I'm blessed. And I'm blessed because of the wisdom and the knowledge that I learned from Ramsey Plus. If you really want to take charge, young man, grown man, older man, I want you to check out Ramsey Plus below and really get this wisdom and knowledge. It's free for a few days. And so I want you to check it out, get the information, and change your life. Because if you could change your life, you change your family's life. Yo, so we're going to go over to our Zoom in for today. I'm pretty excited because we got my boy Avery. Yo, this is a Crimson and Cream brother. Okay, then. Proud member of the Kappa Alpha Psi organization. Where you pledge at, man?
Zalpa, that's Newberry College in South Carolina.
South Carolina, what city?
Newberry County.
Newberry. So I was born in Columbia. Okay, so you were South Carolina, brother. Okay, then. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at you there, brother. I ain't mad at you. Yes, sir. Crimson and Cream, my man. What's your question, bro?
Okay, so I'm just going to basically read it how I emailed it.
Okay.
So it says, Anthony, I am currently in grad school. The only debt I have is a school loan for the grad school. I paid off my car and my credit cards. I make about $40,000 a year, and I also have a 1-year-old at the house with me. And I am renting an apartment.
Okay.
I have my $1,000 in emergency funds, which is baby step one. And currently I am $4,000 in student loan debt, which I has paid down since I received $8,100 at the beginning of 2020 to start this MBA program. So my question is, should I continue to take out student loans to complete my MBA and continue to aggressively pay them down? Once I have the degree, I feel like my salary will increase and I will become more marketable in my job field. And my plan would be to pay the rest of the debt off within 12 to 18 months of graduating with my MBA. Can you please expand on my situation with your thoughts? Thank you.
So what are you getting your MBA in?
Leadership and development.
Leadership and development. All right. What do you plan on doing with that?
So right now I'm in the National Guard. So what I want to do, I want to go on the active side. I think when you reach 04, which is the major, you got to have a master's under your belt anyway. So that's really why I'm just trying to go ahead and get it knocked out of the park.
All right, cool. Now, so you're trying to get this MBA set up where you can get into the military. You can go ahead and be and pretty much an officer and get paid good money.
Right. So currently I'm already in the military. I'm just trying to go on the active duty side.
I got you. So you have $1,000 cash in emergency fund. You started off with $8,100 this year in student loan debt, but then you have $4,000 left.
Correct.
How much would it cost you to complete your master's program right now?
So with the whole thing, it would have been around 24,000. So what's that? 24 minus the 8,000. So right now it should be around 16,000 to complete it.
16,000 to complete it?
Yes.
Okay, and your rent is, you said 800, right?
No, my rent is around rent by itself is $885, but when you include the utilities and whatnot, it comes out to around $1,050.
Okay, all right, bet. So you're making $40K a year. You got $16,000 that you need left for your school. Let me ask you this question. Have you ever thought about going into the active side and letting them finish paying for your school?
Yeah, so the thing, what I've been told when I did my research and I asked around in the military is that before the military will pay for a master's degree, on the officer side, I would have to be a captain or above. So right now, I'm a first lieutenant, and I should be pinning on my captain in probably about 3 years from today.
How old are you?
I'm 24.
24. So 3 years, you'll be 27.
Correct.
Your income, if you go inside active, probably go up to about 50. If you go active, let's say right now. Will we agree on that part?
Probably a little bit more, but I'll say around the 60 to 65.
If you go in active right now without your master's, you'll be right around 60 to 65.
Correct.
And then you can serve that for 3 years, you'll be 27. They'll pay cash for your master's. And then you won't have to rack up any debt. Once you get your master's, you probably go up to about 80, 90 in the military. Bruh, man, you down with my favorite fraternity. So I'm gonna give you the raw realness here. Right here on the table. All right.
Right.
I'm going to active today. I'm jumping my income up $20,000. Okay. Once I do that, I'm gonna serve for 3 years. I'm gonna stack money as much as I can, and then as soon as I hit the time to where the military will pay for my master's program, I'm going to let them pay for it rather than me racking up the debt, rather than me paying the interest. I'm going to let the military pay for me to get my education, to come back and serve them, and then go that route. You're 24 years old. You'll be 27. You'll be debt-free, because what I would do, I would spend the rest of this year, pay off that $8,000, get into the military. You're young. You got a 1-year-old. Your benefits are going to go up tremendously. Bruh, I'm not racking up the debt right now. I'm going to take advantage of the military option, and I'm gonna go active. I'm gonna really, really go active. If you go active, another option you gotta think about is your 1-year-old. What you're gonna do with that, because you may get stationed. But for me, instantly you see a $25,000 jump, and so in income, that's amazing. And then 3 years later, you'll probably see take you 2 years to finish your MBA. So that means by the time you turn 27, 29, you're looking at 80, 90. Bro, the average family, the average household income in America is right around $58,000 to $61,000 a year. So this means by yourself, you're making more than the average at 29 years old. Nah, bro. Nah, Avery. Nah,
I got you. Yes,
you know what I'm saying? Don't take out the loan. Do not. I firmly, and let me say this, I firmly believe that what you put your mind to, you can do it. And you don't have to rack up debt to be successful. What we have to do is, I want you to take debt off of the table. That's what I just did for you. I took debt, student loans off of the table. And then I'm looking at all of my options. And as a brother, from a brother to a brother, I want you to win. I need you to win. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And so, if I want you to avoid debt. You have a 1-year-old. You have a son or a daughter?
It's a son. He my son.
Oh, bro,
Yes, sir.
you got legacy, bro. You passing down stuff.
Yes,
So I want you to be thinking about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, what can I do now for my 1-year-old? So I'm paying off. Oh, bro, you see, you done took this Zoom to another level.
Right.
I'm paying off the $8,100. And then what I'm doing is I'm going to go ahead and get my fully funded emergency fund. You know, the very next thing I'm doing, I'm opening up a 529 for my son. I'm going to start putting money into my son's future so I can start building generational wealth for him, so I can make sure his college is paid for. I can make sure that I can pay for a car cash. And so right now, you're in a good spot. Don't touch debt. Go after your freedom. Go after your freedom and set your son up to win.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I'm going to recommend, bro.
Okay.
Thanks for calling in, dog. Right now, you my favorite Zoom in, bro. You my favorite Zoom in, dog. Because I'm like, you can win.
Mm-hmm.
You can win. Does your son have your last name?
He do. Hey, matter of fact, he got my whole name. He a junior.
Dude, I'm a junior too. You understand what I'm saying? So that's legacy, bro. Think about that. So think about that. Moving forward, when anything to do with your finances in your life, bro, think about your son.
Right. Yes,
how will this impact my son's future?
Mm-hmm.
How will this help my son? If you start racking up all this debt, you're taking away from your son.
Right.
And I get it, you're trying to get this debt so you can get an education, so you can get an education and get more income. But how can you still grow in your field while still growing your son at 1 year old?
Right. Yes, sir.
Think about it, bro. Your last name means a lot.
Yes, sir, it do.
It means a lot. I'm not touching it, man. I mean, for real. I mean it. I'm not touching it, man. So we over the time, bro. I love you, man. Thank you so much for zooming in with me, allowing the people to really hear your heart, see your heart. Thank you for representing the Kappa Alpha Psi organization very well, man. Such an amazing fraternity. And again, thank you so much for calling in, bro.
Yes, sir. And I appreciate it, Anthony.
All right, no problem, man. Peace out, bro. Man, such a dope young man. And I got passionate about that question because it goes down to, if you take debt off of the table, you see so many different options. And right now, he has a great option to where he can actually up his income right now. He can get the funding to pay for his education, maybe not today, but down the road here within a couple of years. And then when he gets that education debt-free, bruh man can sit here and go up in his money again, have some great benefits, and really start building a solid future for his son and his future family. You see, this is what it is all about. This is why I do this show, because I want to make sure that I'm helping you accomplish your dreams, and I want to help you avoid the mistakes that I made. Like Dr. Lynn said earlier, I want to help you get through and get all of your power and cut through your dreams, cut through your vision, and just go conquer everything and anything that's inside of you. So I'm pumped, y'all. This is where we keep it real, relatable, and relevant right here on the show. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, what's wrong with you? What are you doing? Let me get close to the mic. Subscribe to the channel.